How's it going, my truant people? Dr. Slacking, the Slacking Doctor, back with our Pokemon Platinum Salsa-Locke. Now, I apologise for missing Monday's episode. I was just too ill to record at the time. And the reason that we're open here on the bag is because I've been doing some grinding between episodes, and I left the bag open as a reminder to tell you guys that. Shout out to Andrew, who reminded me to sell the rare bone that we had. I think I was getting it confused with a Fit Club, which is Marowak's special item. So shout out to him. And also to tell you guys that I accidentally sold the TM for Bone Club, trying to look at who could learn it on our team when I was selling things in the shop. It was a stupid mistake. But, so I accidentally sold the TM for Bone Club, so we don't have that anymore. But we did get some extra money, and I did grind up the team. As you can see now, everyone is level 20, apart from Haz and Kenneth. Honestly, I don't know how long Kenneth will last on the team. My nose is itching like crazy as soon as we start recording. Yeah. I don't know how long Kenneth will last on the team with Andrew now on the team, but we'll have to wait and see anyway. And Haz, I just didn't level up because I wanted someone to level up in the forest that we're going into now. I also found out that the Giratina, which we could have had instead of Haz, actually has Wonder Guard. So we could have had a Wonder Guard Giratina, potentially. Not that we ever would have caught it, but although I don't know if that one in that specific episode did, but one of the abilities that they do get randomized to is Wonder Guard, which is insane. We might as well take the free experience here because I believe that the person up ahead does heal us up between battles in the forest, I think. Unless I am misremembering. So the way that we're going to handle the forest encounter is that because it's a double battle and you have the potential of your partner to kill the Pokemon that you're trying to catch. Some people do it where you get to choose which one you want to catch. Some people do it where you can only catch the one that appears first on screen. So I guess that would be the right of the pair. And some people do it so that what you can do is you don't count the encounters while you're going through the forest with a partner. You come back after you complete the forest and catch something then. I think that's the way we're going to do it to solve any problems with, say, the companion killing the encounter. It's either that or I think you should have the choice of whichever you want to catch if you do it with the partner, because you run the risk of them killing it. So to compensate for the risk of them potentially knocking out the Pokemon that you want to catch, you're allowed to choose whichever one you want to catch, right? But I don't know about that. I think the best thing to do might be to just essentially not count it as an encounter while we have the partner with us. Maybe that's too kind though. Maybe that's too kind. I mean, that's the way that I think it should be. But maybe I need to be a little bit harsher to myself. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do it so that we can choose which one we want to catch of the two, but we have to do it while we have a partner with us. So we have the potential of them knocking out a Pokemon. It makes it more difficult, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. This playthrough hasn't been too challenging. We had the Shadow Tag and Fernape early on that could have been a game ender, but since then it's been relatively straightforward. So hopefully this is relatively straightforward as well. But yeah, like I say, I apologize for missing the episode on Monday. I was just feeling really under the weather. If you guys caught the Showdown Live that went up yesterday, and it really is yesterday because I'm recording this the day it goes up, then shout out to you if you did, because that video, I've been really surprised by the support on it. So we find a netball. I think we battled the trainer down there, so I'm not going to jump down. Is this just a rest stop? I can't remember. We'll find out. We'll find out. Do you give me anything in here? Repels are useful, don't you think? When you use a repel, weak Pokemon won't come out. But it also means you won't be able to capture... Oh, you be able to catch any Pokemon. You seem tired. Rest a while. Yeah, okay, we'll... Doesn't really matter, but yeah, sure. Okay, so it is just a rest house. So we do have repels, so I could try and repel my way through the forest. I did buy 5 repels, but that wouldn't be enough to get us through the forest. So I'm not going to do that. Yeah, we can't go through there without cut. Yeah, I didn't think so. So I believe we get a partner to go through this forest with. Ah, here we go. Hello, my name's Cheryl, and you are... Okay, so your name is Doc. I'm sincerely glad to meet you, Doc. May I ask a big favour of you? I want to go through this forest, but I'm afraid of doing it alone. I've heard that there is a sinister group of people called Team Galactic about. I think there'd be safety in numbers. Please, may I go through with you? There we go, that's fine. So, like I say, Cheryl will be a partner. Now, usually they just have a Chansey, which actually they don't tend to kill the wild Pokemon because they only have a Chansey, which is pretty passive. But they're going to be randomized, I believe, so they could have anything, and hopefully they don't KO the Pokemon. So this is our encounter. We can choose whichever one we want. But, we have to choose... Okay, so... Okay, I would have been happy with either of these, just for the, you know, I don't know what the word is, but for the sake of saying it, just so you guys know, I would have been happy with either of these. My nose is driving me crazy. You guys may notice I badly needed a shave. I'm looking very, very scruffy at the minute, but I didn't bring a razor back to my mum's, so... And it's driving me crazy. It's making my nose itch like hell. You're not that interested in that. But I think we're going to have to go for the... We're going to have to go for the Riolu. That might do too much. We're going to have to go for the Riolu. I don't think we can throw a Pokeball while it's still a double. Yeah, it's possible to aim. So what I'm going to do is I am going to just switch and hope that Geodude targets down the Flareon. Do I have anything that could touch the Riolu? Kenneth would probably just die to the Flareon if I'm not careful. I'm going to go out to Sam. Maybe, yeah, the Riolu won't be able to kill me even if it goes for a fighting move. So that probably wasn't the best switch in the world. If Riolu kills the Geodude, no, it won't kill the Geodude, it's 10 levels lower. So Geodude does just Bone Club straight into Flareon. Perfect, okay. That's why we didn't, that's why I didn't just attack the Flareon or the Riolu, because I didn't want that getting redirected. So now we just have to go for a Pokeball. Weaker Pokemon, okay, please. I think this Geodude will one-shot this Riolu. Please. Please. Okay. Can this, like... Does this paralyze? Can it... It has a... Oh, we got another chance. Got another chance. In dark places like caves, does forest count? I'm just gonna throw it. I don't know if it... But it might as well. It's got the same as a standard Pokeball at minimum, I believe. But I think forests count as dark places. Baby evolutions are so hard to catch. Kill... No, not me! No! Kill the Geodude. Please live. You're not going to live, are you? There's no way you live. God damn it. I tried to do it the harder way. I said, you know, this will be the harder way. But, has Cheryl just healed me? Or was I wrong about that? No, Cheryl has healed me. I tried, okay, guys. I tried to do the harder way, and I think I played that as well as I could. Maybe I could have Magical Leafed on the first turn into the Riolu. Yeah, I probably should have done that. I probably should have just Magical Leafed into the Riolu for chip, but then we only would have got... No, yeah, I should have done that. But then it might not have lived. That's my excuse. I don't know if it would have lived. I'm deeply upset. For what it's worth. I mean, if we come up against this pair, it's possible that the Geodude might have just been targeted down. But let's see if the Magical Leaf would have killed. Oh, it's single target. I was thinking it was double target. Never mind. Well, guess we won't get to test it because the Geodude would just kill the Riolu. Anyway, we'll get another chance. Man. If only. See, it could have parried. I thought it could have parried. Why didn't that happen last time? Why didn't we get that for? Well, now we will get to see if the Magical Leaf would have killed. Icy Wind would have been my other option. If we see another Riolu, I'll go for the Icy Wind. But I think this would have killed. It is stab. It is powerful. That's really upsetting. It's clearly a roll. And the Geodude could have got the Effect Spore or Bone Club there. I still stand by my plays. Oh, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you think I played that badly with the Riolu. The Icy Wind clearly wouldn't have killed. I should have just got the Icy Wind, I think. But then... I don't know. It was a tricky one. It was definitely... They were not the encounters we wanted to see with the Geodude next to us. It would have been nice to have seen... I don't know. Something that resisted rock and ground. That would have been much, much better. Never mind. This Staraptor scares the hell out of me. I could just go straight for the Icy Wind. But Staraptor's level 16. Like, that's a big boy. I don't think we can... We're just going to go into Matt and take the hit. Especially with randomized move sets, I just don't want to play around with this. It does nothing. We're fine. I did not know Air Cutter was a spread move. I had never seen that before. If it goes for the Dragon Claw from the Bagon, that's fine. Hopefully Geodude just takes out the Staraptor. It does. Okay. That's fine. That's a big crit. I don't know if it would have KO'd anyway, because Geodude's special attack is non-existent. As has levels up and will still learn Bullet Seed. Let's see, so, 2 to 5, so you're looking at most of the time doing around 50 minimum. This does 60 but never misses. This does 60, may also flinch. I think we're going to keep with what we have. Give up on Bullet Seed. Because I think the Jumpluff has equal attack and special attack. So having a mixed moveset isn't bad, and jump blow is really fast, right? 110 base speed. So having the flinch chance, I think, is better than the RNG chance of more hits. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong there. Now, suddenly, we're not that good against you. Never mind. Brian will still, you know, probably chunk this thing down. Even if it's a resisted hit, I'm sure it will still do. Yeah, it does a lot. It does a lot. And he still focuses on me. I would love a Bagon. That would be awesome. Salamence would be incredible. That would be so much fun. As the Bagon goes down. Okay. So I don't actually remember Team Galactic being in this forest at all. I think we get a static encounter at the top of the forest. I believe there's a cut place where you can get Rotom in the television. I believe. It's not the old chateau. I think that's X and Y. I can't think what it's called in this game. It might be the old chateau. I'm not sure, but I think that's X and Y. I mean, the word is French, so it makes me think of X and Y. But yeah, we can probably get another encounter up there. So, and then I believe in the next town is where the where Gardenia is. I think there's encounters to the east. I think there's a route to the east, and then a cave to the east as well. So I think we're gonna get like 3 or 4 more encounters in the next like immediate bit of the game. As well as another gym battling. Because I know Nico commented on the last video saying you got nothing done this episode. Well, Nico, that's how I do it, okay? We never get anything done, but I like it that way. But yeah, so we might have several encounters and a gym battle coming right up. Just to keep Nico happy. Although he's never happy with things I do. He always complains. Oh, it's Boots. Wow, Tangler looks amazing in this game. I love Tangler's artwork in this game. I do kind of like... Have you guys, if you've been watching people play, or if you've played Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, let me know. That's going to be the question of the day, because I am now recording at a time when I'm editing and I can remember to do this. Today's question of the day is, do you prefer 2D or 3D graphics for Pokemon specifically? So, like, the sprite work from this, or, you know, the new 3D with Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu. My argument, and I've made this before in conversations with people on Discord and stuff, but I don't know if I've ever expressed it on the channel. I feel like, personally, I prefer the 2D sprites. However, are you serious, Tangler? Please do not. However, I think I only prefer them temporarily. The reason being is that they had, if you look at the first generation of sprites, right, they were awful in Gen 1, right? So then when people complain about X and Y 3D models being poor, I'm like, well, it's not fair to compare them to Gen 5 sprites, because Gen 5, they'd had 5 generations of doing sprite work, plus remakes in that time as well, to perfect their sprite work. So to compare it to Gen 6, which was the company's first sort of 3D models, Game Freaks or whatever's first 3D models of Pokemon specifically, this is ridiculous. Please make this end. Why? Why is this happening to me? Come on, Haz. Oh my god, okay, we're speeding this up. This is ridiculous. I hope you guys don't mind me speeding this up, but this is just ludicrous. There we go. Yeah. So I think to compare the two is a little bit difficult. And I understand that you can say, well, compared to other games, the 3D sprites weren't that good. Or the 3D models, sorry, weren't that good. And I get that. I do get that argument. But for me at the minute, I still, even on the Switch, even compared to Let's Go, I still prefer these sprites. And I think it's because they were able to express so much more personality in these sprites. I feel like these sprites are much more dynamic in terms of they're always kind of, they try and express, like, let's take Arbok here as a great example. They try and kind of express motion in his static sprite. Like, you have his mouth open, his tail is coiled and like flicked, right? Whereas in the 3D models, they are fully animated, so they are always moving, but they don't have the same like dynamism to them for me. For whatever reason, they would have been 2 amazing wild encounters. Wow, and Geodude probably wouldn't have been able to kill Roserade, so that would have been... yeah, we'll take it on these guys. That would have been pretty nice. Yeah, so for me, that's been the problem with the 3D models a little bit, is that the kind of the personality that you got in the 2D sprites, they just haven't been, for me personally. And if you disagree, like, please do disagree. That's why I put it as a question of the day, because I love to hear people's opinions on this kind of thing. For me, they haven't fully expressed that personality in the 3D models yet. They haven't quite translated it. I think the closest thing has been Pokken. I think Pokken has been incredible. Or Pokken, however you say it, I don't even know. I think that has been amazing at kind of translating that. I feel like the 3D models in that game are insanely good. Now, obviously, there's so much less of them, or so many less of them, it's much easier to do it. But yeah, I really like the sprites in that game, or the models, sorry, in that game. So to me, if Let's Go Eevee Pikachu looked like Pokemon did, then at this point I would probably prefer the 3D models. But it didn't. For me, they still lacked the same personality, the same dynamism. It was still a little bit static. The battle animations, you know, there was a big fuss about how Mega Blastoise still does Hydro Pump out of his mouth instead of out of his cannon and stuff like that. Yeah, I think the little things like that, while they are kind of like petty complaints, I think they are the kind of things that Pokemon needs to do with their 3D models to take it to that next level of really being amazing. Yuto's Garupi is pretty cool. And he actually does have another Pokemon, so it works out. That's pretty cool. And there we go, we get the flinch. That's why I prefer Needle-Arm, for that reason exactly. So yeah, that's my kind of thoughts on the matter. Feel free to disagree. I just think that, but I think given time, the 3D models will be better. Of course, there's no reason that they shouldn't be, unless you just purely prefer sprite work, and there's just someone who just feels passionately about sprite work, in which case, all power to you. I get that to you, sprites will always be superior, and if that's the case, let me know. I'd love to hear about that. But yeah, that's my kind of feeling. That's my thoughts on the problem. And I think my biggest issue with the Let's Go games, I'm assuming we can just, yeah, it'll be fine. My feeling on the Let's Go games, with the models and stuff, one of my biggest complaints with the models is such a weird complaint, but like, I've seen it and now I can't unsee it with those games. If you look at the joins between different, especially different colored parts of Pokemon, where it's a different body part. So like Arcanine's tail is a really good example of this. Its tail is a different color to its main body, right? It has like a white tail and like an orangey reddy body. The join between the tail and the body, to me, like the division and the join is weird. Like I feel like there are so many Pokemon in that game where I think Pikachu maybe has it at the base of its tail. It has a different coloring to its body, and like the intersection between the two different colors looks really like they were kind of rendered separately and then just kind of like mashed together as like two separate items. Like the body and the tail were separately, whereas the arms seem like a continuation of the body. The tail doesn't. There seems to be like they haven't like blended the colors together in a believable way. And you know, when animals have fur that changes color, I guess it's just something to do with the textures or whatever. I mean, it's neutral. I was thinking if we can take on Fluffy, but I guess it's neutral with its electric stab, so yeah, we'll be fine. Yeah, when animals have different coloured fur, the fur obviously gradually... Why am I doing a wild battle? I was thinking this was a trainer battle, especially if that thing could have Dragon Rage. Never mind, we'll run after Fluffy goes down. We'll get that experience and then we'll run. Yeah, I just think that the blending between, I guess they need to be able to do higher textures. That's probably why I think Pokemon is a little bit better for that, because they have much more detailed texture. If you look at like the skins and stuff in Pokemon and the furs, the individual like hairs and the individual like scales and stuff, they look incredible. So I guess it's easier to do that kind of like blending between different colored body parts in that game than it is in Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, because they don't have the high detailed textures. I don't know. I think given time, it will be. I think given time, it'll be better. It's just right now, for me, I do feel like the 3D sprites are a little bit lacking. Okay, that didn't do nearly as much as I wanted it to the Altaria. I hope Altaria doesn't hit us with some powerful flying stab. Please do not. Okay, you did. That's quite strong. Oh, it's going to do good chunk. Okay, we can take 2. That's not so bad. Depends if Sentret hits us. If Sentret hits us... Okay, we're good. We're good. We can fire off another Icy Wind. And now it's single target. It'll do more as well. If you guys don't know, spread moves that affect more than one of your opponents do reduce damage while they're hitting 2. I don't know how much it is. I think it's only like 10% less. I don't really know. If you know how much it is, let me know. I really don't know. Ooh. I thought that was going to crit for a second. Okay, Geodude picks up the KO. And this would be some really good experience for Haz. Haz is now our most highly leveled team member, I've just realized. Haz is out here leading the charge. It's because I really want to get Jumpluff. I was looking at Jumpluff on Showdown after this. Like, can I draft Jumpluff? Like, I want to use it now. But my god, its stats are terrible. Its stats are so bad. Like, what it needs a new form or a Mega Evolution with, like, let's see, Mega Evolution. I did this. I was talking to some friends about this after I looked it up. Mega Evolution usually adds 100 to the base stat total. I think Jumpluff has, like, 55 attack and special attack. Literally, just give it 40 in each of its 100 points it gets for the Mega Evolution buff. Give us Mega Jumpluff with 40 in attack, 40 in special attack, Let's get it 95 and 95. That's not even that high, right? But then because it gets sword stance and because it could be mixed, and it gets 110 base speed, it could genuinely be okay, and strength staff and stuff. It could genuinely be alright that way. That's what I think it should get. I mean, I still think it would be bottom tier mega, but... Oh, there's the exit. I'm so relieved we finally got here. I would have never been able to get through this by myself. Thank you so much, Doc. This is my token of appreciation. Please accept it. Accept the Soothe Bell. Very nice. Doc put the Soothe Bell. So that would have been perfect with a Riolu, because that, if I'm not mistaken, raises happiness. I'm sure we'll meet again somewhere. Bye for now. That would have been so good for a Riolu. But we're nearly at the end of this episode. So, I think this is a new encounter. I'm pretty sure that is a new encounter there. I don't think... Yeah, I'm almost certain that's a new encounter. If I'm wrong, I'll release it at the beginning of the next episode. But I'm almost certain... In fact... let's... Can I... I can. Okay. So this is 205. That's Eterna Forest. Oh, it's not. I would have had to release it. Damn it. I wanted to do an encounter here. Let's see what, if this was a separate route. Let's see what we would have got. Gosh darn it. Is there any items up here? No. Okay. Let's just see what we would have got. I like to do this. I like to find out what we could have had. That would have been very nice. That would have been very nice. Never mind. You can see there the tail. Look at the tail. See, the tail is a different color from the body. I just feel like the join bit, like here, you can't see it because it's behind it. Also, have you ever looked at Suicune's tail? Never look at Suicune's tail and how it comes out of its body, because it makes no sense to me. I was on a showdown the other day, and I was using a Suicune, and I was just looking at the back sprite, and I was like, where does that tail even... I don't know, I find it creepy. I used to love Suicune, but now I'm like, it weirds me out. Where does this tail even come from? I don't understand. Weird design, that one. Yeah. Makes me uncomfortable. Something about it just, like, makes my skin itch. I don't like it. I don't like it. Never look at it. Although now I've told you not to look at it, you probably will, but... Here's Benjamin. Hey, Doc. You came to see the Pokemon statue, right? I'll take you there. Actually, I'm trying to get an encounter, my boy. I want to get one before this episode finishes. I want to get a quick, cheeky encounter, and then we can start the next episode with an encounter and a gym battle. What the... This music is so, like, not apt for an evil team leader. I love it. So, this is Eterna's Pokemon statue, shaping our world of time and space in an intertwining spiral. Revered in Sinnoh are the Pokemon of time and space. Sinnoh's myth, its truth needs investigation. Pardon me, stand aside. This man. Oh, hey! When we smacked together, a brilliant flash of inspiration came to me. An easy way to become a great trainer. Yeah, that. Alright, listen close. Make certain all your attacks hit. Avoid enemy attacks for sure. You do that, you'd never lose. You'd be the invincible trainer. Anyway, gotta go check out the Pokemon statue. See you around. Thanks, Benjamin. Genius. Genius strats from Benjamin there. Okay, so let's finish off this episode with an encounter. And then we'll get one in the cave at the next episode. And then, Dugong! It's Laura! Okay, I love it. Hello, Loza. I'm happy now. I'm so happy now. Yeah, I'm so happy now. We can't stay in. 4 times effective with this Ice Stab. We're gonna go into, okay, well, 3 times resist Ice. So, like, I know for sure that Sam can weaken it down. I know for sure that Sam can weaken it down. And we 4 times resist Ice and 1 times resist Water. So, I know 1 times resist Water. So, Guard Swap. Hello. Switched all changes to its defense and special defense. Okay. That's fine, I think. So we just go for the Aurora Beam. My nose is driving me crazy. What's going on with my nose? Safeguard. This thing's moveset is horrible. We already have a Water Ice type, so we'll go for Ice Ball. I know we're locking in, but this thing's never gonna kill me. This thing's moveset is terrible. Ice Shard, Water, whatever it's called, Aqua Ring. This is the only way I can do damage to this thing, by building it up. I hope I don't KO it. I hope I don't KO it. If you guys haven't... Well, you guys have only seen one battle of the ZUL at this point with me and Nico, because it takes so much editing to get those battles uploaded. I can never be bothered if I'm brutally honest here. Alright, this is going to be ridiculous. I can't stay in with this thing. I need to go into... Sean. I need to cross poison. It's my weakest attack. And hope. Sean learns Slizzering, by the way. And Brine. And Andrew learned Spiderweb. which I thought was more useful than Chatter because we have no special attack, but I don't know when I'll actually ever use Spiderweb, but there we go. Yeah, we learned Sludge Bomb, and did we have Brine before? Yeah, we did. Matt learned Brine. That's who learned Brine. But Cross Poison is our weakest attack because we are primarily a special attacker, being modest. And I couldn't remember when we were learning Sludge Bomb if we were, what nature we were and stuff, so I was like, oh, I don't want to get rid of Cross Poison in case we've got better physical attack. So, because I know that you can get, like, SD Tentacruel and stuff, so shout out to my man Platinum, who was talking about this the other day in the comment section with me, and then on Discord. But yeah, I know that you can get physical Tentacruel. All that effort for nothing. Okay, well, anyway, guys, we'll see what this item is, and then we'll end it. Okay, we won't. Go away. Oh, we could have had a shell gone. See, look, this sprite, okay, if you're still here, shout out to you. This sprite is why I prefer 2D sprites at the minute. Look at the way he's jumping. He's in actually, you physically couldn't do that with a 3D model because you'd have to land at some point, right? Altaria is another amazing example of Pokemon that looks horrible because it's all spread out in its 3D sprite. It should be all tucked up still. It looks much better. Anyway. Oh, this isn't... Okay, well, we're going to end it here, guys. We'll do this battle in the next episode, and then we'll get another encounter. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's been a while since I've recorded, so I've just been rambling on about nonsense, as always. But anyway, we'll get this next time, and hopefully get a gym battle in as well. Thank you so much for loafing around with me, and I'll catch you again next time.